Okay, now I'm going to have you all turn around, facing out. All right. What's going to happen now is we're going to give you a sheet of paper that has questions on it. These questions will be about people that are currently in this game, not people that have been voted out. People that are currently in this game. You will answer this with only the 10 of you that are sitting here right now. Do we understand how that works? Yeah. So basically a bunch of questions, and it will pertain to people that are currently standing here right now. All right, guys, bring it in.
Not all for double glove.
Yeah.
First things
Take it out
first.
and post.
Let's take those back. All right, hope you enjoyed the time. Once again, immunity. Back up for grabs. So a short while ago, it may feel like forever ago, we took a quiz. We tallied that quiz, and now we're going to do another quiz. This time, you're going to answer that quiz based on what you think the majority of the answers were for. If you get the answer correct, what you're going to do is you'll step forward and you'll get a point. You have 21 questions. The person that has the most points at the end of the 21 questions will win immunity. What we'll do is we'll have you have a whiteboard with a dry erase and a marker. Keep your answers as close to yourself as you can. I'll ask you to write down your answer, and then I'll ask you to reveal. And then again, I'll have you step forward if you've got it right. We'll mark it down, and we'll go to the next question. It'll be pretty kind of rapid fire, but not too quick. We'll give you a second to think about the names. Don't worry about the spelling. We'll interpret it as best we can. Does anybody have any questions? I'll reiterate again, don't look at each other, don't copy anything. You're going to be kind of close, just like you are now, basically that, just over there. Okay? And you're going for what the majority of what you think people put down. Yes, Alyssa will be included in that because she did take the quiz. I'm sorry, but her name is not on there. Okay. Survivors, are we ready? Yes. Remember, no copying. We're going to be looking to make sure you're not looking at each other. The first question was, who is the most likely to win this game? Who is the most likely to win this game? All right, reveal. If you put down Justin, please take a step forward.
So close to writing.
Andrew, Dan, and Mark. Andrew, Dan, and Mark, all with a point. Next question. Who is the most likely to get cast in the CBS Survivor? Most likely to get cast on CBS Survivor. Fill your answers. If you have Tori or Justin, please take a step forward. Everybody but Christina gets a point.
Who did you put, Christina? Nothing. No, I think I put you. Oh. Well, you said you were an actress. So I was in one movie. Yeah, I don't know. That's TV. Whatever.
Yes.
All right, next question. Who has the best outdoor survivor skills?
Yeah.
The best outdoor survivor skills. Reveal. If you had Justin, please step forward.
Guys, come on.
Everybody but Andrew.
Oh my God.
Hey, you gave me a good one.
Can we get to some of the bad questions, please?
I guarantee you won't get that.
We're getting there. We're on number 4.
Oh.
Who would you most like to vacation with on a tropical island? Okay, reveal. If you had Christina or Mark, step forward.
I was gonna go with myself.
We have Tori, Christina, and Justin. All right. Who is the most likely to cry during the game?
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Who is most likely to cry during the game? Reveal. If you wrote down Ayla, you got a point. That's everybody.
That was before I cried. I hate you guys.
Who is the most deceitful player in this game? The most deceitful player in this game.
Oh my gosh. I hate this so much.
I just want to say I love you all.
Yep, me too. Nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm putting myself. I hate this game.
Don't do that.
No, I really don't like this. Nobody's looking closely at your answers.
Everybody ready? Reveal.
It's like a person thing. I just
All right.
don't get started.
This is going to take a minute.
Oh gosh.
If you wrote down Christina, step forward. If you wrote down
I'm
Sarah,
not writing down
step
anybody else for
forward.
that.
If you wrote down Ayla, step forward. If you wrote down Tori, step forward. We have points for Andrew, Dan, Mark, Sarah, Christina, and Justin.
Yeah,
been a long
assistants.
Who is the most honest? Most honest.
I don't remember.
Okay. Again, we're going to get a little long here. If you wrote down Ayla, step forward. If you wrote down Alyssa, step forward. If you wrote down Dan, step forward.
Oh
I
damn, good job.
literally erased them.
No one.
Perfect.
How'd that happen?
Who does not deserve to still be in this game? Who does not deserve to still be in this game? Everybody written something down? Reveal. If you wrote down Sarah, step forward. Tori with a point. Dan with a point. Sarah with a point. Justin with a point. Who would you least like to see win? Who would you least like to see win? Reveal. If you wrote down Sarah, step forward. Andrew, 1 point. Tori, 1 point. Dan, 1 point. Mark, 1 point. Ayla, 1 point. Justin, 1 point.
Me as well.
Who is the most easily intimidated? Reveal. If you wrote down Ayla, you get a point. That's everybody with a point. Never. All right. Who would you not invite to a family dinner? Not invite to a family dinner. All right. Reveal. If you have Dan or Sarah, step forward.
I'll have you know.
Everybody gets a point except for Mark and Christina. Everybody but Mark and Christina.
So you're not telling our points from before?
Yes.
Only if
Everything but Mark and
Oh, if
Christina.
everyone gets a
Down.
point. Okay, that makes sense.
Who would be the most fun for a night out on the town? Most fun for a night on the town. Reveal. If you wrote down Tori, step forward. Everybody gets a point except for Dan, Ayla, and Justin. No Dan, no Ayla, no Justin. Who has the best hair?
You know what I mean?
Well, start off. Who has hair?
Who has the best hair? Reveal. If you wrote down Dan, step forward.
Okay.
Points for Ashley,
Yeah.
Nice hair.
Tori, Mark, Sarah, and Justin.
The way it was bouncing when
Who is the biggest challenge beast?
Oh, this is a hard one.
Biggest challenge
It's
beast.
a hard one.
Really?
No, I mean,
Reveal. You have Tori step forward. Everybody gets a point except for Mark.
We all remember that first challenge.
Who is most likely to start a bar fight?
I forgot that was a question.
Who is most likely to start a bar fight?
Me? I'm like Ghana.
Reveal. If you wrote down Alyssa, step forward.
It was that story about Buffalo Bills.
If you wrote down Andrew, step forward.
No, what's that place? Oh, yeah, sorry.
If you wrote down Alyssa, if you wrote down Andrew, step forward and stay forward. We have Ashley,
Oh, Leah.
Andrew,
you can't even say my name.
Tori,
I don't know who to say.
Christina,
Yeah, I just erased it. It was there.
Justin.
I am a peaceful person.
Who snores the most?
Oh.
What was the question?
Who snores the most?
Wow.
Reveal.
I don't remember.
If you wrote down Mark, step forward.
Did you write yourself?
Andrew gets a point.
That's wrong, guys.
Yeah. I guess.
Clearly,
Never slept with the dude.
Stop forward, stay forward, stay forward. Guys, we need a tally, please. If you had Mark, step forward.
The answer was
Andrew, Sarah, Christina.
That's hilarious.
all these people got the right answer.
Who would you not want to compete against in a mental challenge? Who don't you want to compete against in a mental challenge? Reveal. If you wrote down Mark, step forward. Ashley, Dan, and Ayla. Who smells the worst?
What?
Who smells the worst? Who's stinky?
God, if I win
Stank.
this one, I'm quitting.
Reveal.
Oh, jeez. I think this is me.
If you wrote down Dan, please step forward. Oh no. Ow. Ashley. Tori. Dan. Mark. Ayla. Christina.
You don't didn't know who to say.
Who's most likely to break up a bar fight? Most likely to break up a fight.
Forgot that was a question.
Most likely to break up a fight. And reveal. You wrote down Tori, step forward. Tori, for the point. Mark.
I would have started and break it up.
Ayla.
That's what I wrote on my question.
Justin.
That's so fun.
Maybe you
Who is being underestimated? Who is being underestimated? And reveal. If you wrote down Ashley, step forward. If you wrote down Sarah, step forward. Mark with a point. Last question. Last question. Who should have been voted out first? Who should have been voted out first? Fast, right, quick. Reveal. If you wrote down Sarah, step forward. Everybody but Ashley and Christina.
So Tori win.
No Ashley, no Christina.
Congrats, Tori.
Wow.
Do we have a clear and defined winner?
Tori.
Tori.
Good job. Good job.
Congratulations. You've won immunity. Head back to camp. We'll see you at Tribal.
You can just leave your
Leave those right
boards
down
and
there.
stuff down on the ground.
Head back to camp. We'll see you in a little while. Start strategizing. Start talking.
I don't think mine works. It's arbitrary and not.
Progress.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Crafty. Crafty.
Great.
All right. All right.
Decided yet.
All right. We're all here. Let's get right down to it. Big win, kind of an unorthodox challenge, a little bit different. Not a lot of physicality to that one, and pulled out a win out. Just some good answers, a lot of guesses, or
I answered what I thought everybody else would answer.
and that was the key. It was a good job. You don't really need to focus much on that. I mean, those questions do provide some insight to things. Did that come up in some of the breakaway conversations?
That was an intimidating question.
It was an intimidating question.
I could cry.
I mean, they were some telltales in there. I mean, there were some obvious answers on some. Some of there was multiple people that were, would have been a correct answer. There's a lot of ties. Actually, there was a lot of ties. But, did you personally think about those things after the fact? Like, geez, wow, this person could be a threat, or well, that person that I thought was a threat wasn't really perceived that way by the majority. Did that kind of thought process happen at all?
I mean, I sure thought about it.
Yeah.
I think if there are answers where you were the majority answer and it was a positive thing, you worry about what kind of target that paints on you. If people are answering that way because they actually think that way, or that because it's the majority, and what the repercussions of that could be down the line. So I think hearing my name come up a few times for things that were positive, it's flattering, but it also concerns me because, I want to play, I want to be here, I want to play, and if I'm already kind of getting the target on my back, it makes me nervous.
Right. And I think it kind of resonates with everybody because I think everybody had an opportunity to have their name written down at some point for something different, and that could be a target on your back, unless it was in a sort of positive response that didn't put too much pressure on you. Maybe it's just something silly that was like, didn't pertain to the game, but there were things that did pertain to the game, being a threat, physical threat, winning the game, who should have been voted out first, those kinds of things. So did that, other than just thinking about it on your own personal level, did it come up at all in little breakaway conversations, I guess is what I'm getting at? Andrew's shaking his head, yeah?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not too much. Not a ton of over analysis, but
Okay.
It was mentioned.
Okay, it was mentioned, but you already kind of had some other ideas as to where you all wanted to go with some of the decisions you needed to make. Sounds like there was more of a strategy than just worrying about what this challenge had. We need to think further past that.
I think also not all of the answers were super surprising.
Yeah.
So they had already played into decision making.
Okay. Some of it was almost just, we already knew this. Okay. Nothing. Everybody's very quiet. Anybody else have anything else they want to say? All right. Well, if we have nothing else, we can get to voting.
All right. Let's see. This is definitely the name I've written down the most often this game. But it was really great meeting you.
This is because I think you're one of the biggest threats in the game currently. I also am trying to stick with numbers right now because I definitely don't have them.
Your time is up.
I don't have the slightest idea what I'm doing right now.
I think this is going to be a wild one. I think the next one will be even wilder. 3 in a row. Sorry, ladies, but a man will go home next, I promise.
I feel like for this vote, I really struggled between head and heart and what was going to prevail. But I think using your heart in this game is not the way to win. So try to be smart on this one and just do what I have to do.
So I don't know. I feel very, very nervous about tonight. This could be my time. You never know. And if it's not, I'm not in as good of a position because somebody does not really want to play the game right now, and I have to respect that for them personally. So, and that's going to affect my game anyway.
Final 9. And I want to say that it's been a real pleasure playing this game with you. If this vote's successful, please don't take it personally.
Okay, guys. You know the routine. If someone has an idol or an advantage and they want to play it, now will be the time to do so. First vote. Ashley. Next vote. Ashley. Next vote. Sarah. Next vote. Sarah. That's 2 Ashley, 2 Sarah. Next vote. Sarah. Next vote. Sarah. Next vote. Sarah. Sarah, that's more than enough. Sarah, your tribe has spoken. But as you know, you have an opportunity if you have a key.
Too big.
Sarah's key will not fit. 1 key.
Yeah, just one.
Okay. Sarah, your tribe has spoken. Your time in this game is done. You are now part of the jury.
All right. Am I allowed to say one thing just because it's funny?
Exiting words.
I'm actually 21.
Oh. Wow. All right, head down this way.
All right. A little disappointed, but at the same time, this was kind of coming. I mean, whatever happened with Christina, whatever she ended up doing was going to blow up my game anyway, so this was pretty much inevitable, combined with how the superlative challenge went, where I was voted most underestimated and the person they should have voted out first and the person that they didn't want to see win. I mean, those were a lot of things stacking against me. So it's disappointing to happen, but I am beyond excited to go to sleep in a more comfortable bed. I am really excited for a cookie and my phone. So yeah, it's cool. I'm excited to be in Ponderosa too. I like the vibe of a bunch of people there. So